All right, welcome. So, if you've been looking for a really clear, step-by-step guide to actually start selling successfully, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to break down how to find a product, how to beat the competition, and maybe most importantly, how to get those first few sales in the door. Okay, let's start with the single most important idea of all. This right here is the golden rule. We have to forget about the features and the specs for a minute, and just remember this. At its core, selling is about solving a problem for someone. They're buying the outcome, not the object. But here's the thing, and it's a big one. Even though that idea sounds simple, this is exactly where almost everyone gets stuck. There's a huge, incredibly common trap that stops 9 out of 10 new sellers right in their tracks. But don't you worry, that is literally why we're here. We are going to give you the exact framework to sidestep that trap completely and find the perfect starting point for your wholesaling journey. Okay, so let's dive into the absolute foundation of what selling really is. A lot of people think it's some kind of complex, magical art form. It's not. It's a structure, and it's built on 3 very, very clear pillars. Think of it like a 3-legged stool. You've got to have the right product that solves a real problem. You've got to put that product in front of the right people, the ones who actually have that problem, and you need the right message to connect the two. Seriously, if even one of those legs is wobbly, the whole thing just falls apart. So let's talk about that single biggest reason why most beginners really struggle to get going. It almost always comes down to that very first pillar, choosing the right product. And look at this. This slide lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got the trap. Brand-driven products. This is like trying to climb Mount Everest on your first hike. Beginners try to sell phones or designer shoes, but you're competing against giants. The real opportunity, the treasure chest, is on the right. Simple, problem-driven products that fix a specific, everyday annoyance. So, if we know what to avoid, where should we be looking? Let's dive into 4 high-potential zones. These are winning categories that are just perfect for anyone who's starting out. First up, my favorite, daily use problem solvers. Just think about the little annoyances in your own life, like tangled cables or a messy kitchen drawer. The beauty here is that these things are cheap, people often buy more than one, and you don't need a 10-page manual to explain what they do. It's a perfect entry point. All right, category number 2 is all about low-emotion, high-utility stuff. I mean, think about it. When was the last time you spent a week agonizing over which cleaning brush to buy? Probably never. If it does the job and the price seems fair, people just buy it. That low barrier to purchase is exactly what you want when you're a beginner. Okay, this next one is huge. Products for kids and for gifts. In this space, logic kind of goes out the window. The purchase is almost always driven by pure emotion, a parent wanting the best for their kid or someone looking for a unique present. And that emotional driver, well, it can lead to way higher conversion rates. And finally, maybe the smartest category of all. Niche products. Instead of trying to sell to everybody, you sell to a very specific tribe. A brilliant example I saw was someone selling custom fit liners just for the cup holders of one specific model of truck. Sounds crazy, right? But for the people who owned that truck, it was the perfect solution, and the seller had basically zero competition. That's the power of a niche. So you've got these amazing categories, but how do you pluck a specific winner from the crowd? Well, here's a super simple, data-driven test you can use on any idea you have. Step 1, go play detective on Amazon. If you see tons of people already selling a similar item, boom, demand is proven. You're not guessing. Step 2, and this is the secret sauce, read the 1-star reviews for those existing products. That is your gold mine. If everyone is complaining that the handle breaks, your opportunity is to find one with a stronger handle. That's your advantage. And finally, the boring but crucial part, do the math. Make sure you can actually make a profit. All right, so you found your winning product. It passed the test, but so did 10 other people's. How do you make sure that customers buy from you? Let's talk about how to create your unfair advantage. Okay, so this is what almost everybody does. They just describe the thing. Here's a car dashboard organizer. It's factually correct, sure, but it's boring and it doesn't connect with why the person is even looking for it. But now look at the difference here. See the shift? You're not selling the piece of plastic. You're selling the feeling of a clean, stress-free car every single time you get in. You are selling the result. And that right there is the secret to marketing that actually works. Here's another great trick. Create a better offer by bundling.
Instead of just selling one cable organizer, sell a pack of 3. Or sell the organizer and throw in some free cable ties. What this does is amazing. It completely stops people from comparing you apples to apples on price with your competitors. Your offer is now unique.
Okay, you've got the product, you've got the message. The last piece of this puzzle is getting those first customers. And no, you do not need a giant ad budget. You just need a smart launch pad to get things going. Here are 3 simple, totally free ways to start. First, short videos. Just show the problem, show your product as the solution. Easy. Second, word of mouth. Give your first few happy customers a discount code to share. And third, start local. Sell to friends, sell in local Facebook groups, and build that initial momentum before you try to scale up.
So, if you remember one thing from all of this, let it be this. Selling isn't some magic talent you're either born with or you're not. It is a skill. It's a system. And as we've just walked through, it is a system that anybody can learn and apply.
And that's really it. You now have the entire roadmap laid out in front of you. So the only question left is the one right here on the screen. Don't just think about it. What problem are you going to solve first?